Hey everyone, Chris Jones here. Well, I wanted to send a quick video message to all of you, an update, to let you know where we're at on the launch process. So, obviously things never happen at the timeline that we always intend. There's always something that comes up, and this is no different. But good news is we are 99.9% of the way there. I just want to let you know where we're at, and I'm actually going to take you inside iPas and show you a bit of stuff today. So, here's where we're at. I know you're all waiting. I know we're delayed, and we've been delayed, and I know that a lot of you are itching to get your hands on this new system. And believe me, I wish we could have launched it 3 months ago. But I'm glad we didn't, because there's been some things that have come across or things that have changed in Empower Network that we've been able to change along with our development at the same time. So everything kind of works hand in hand. But I want to let you know that as far as functionality, the system, it's working. What we're doing now is a few things. First of all, we're going through the accreditation process through Empower Network. It's a process that Empower requires every systems developer that's a third-party developer that has to go through a process, I guess, of not only legal, but also just things that that eliminate risk on their end, on our end, etc. So because everyone in Empower Network is going to be using this or has the opportunity to use this for free, we need to make sure all our ducks in a row, and they need to make sure all our ducks in a row. So we don't leave something unturned so later on it causes a problem. So it's quite a formal process that they go through, looking at every video, every button, every disclaimer, every piece of the process, and it's a complicated process when it comes to a system. A lot of people may think, well, iPas is a bunch of videos and sales pages and we just send traffic and we market. Well, it's not that simple. If it was that simple, we would have been done a long time ago. In fact, somebody else would have done this. But the fact that nobody's ever done what we're doing, it just speaks to where we're going and what we really have here. So their accreditation process is quite thorough. And so they'll look at things, they'll come back to us and say, hey, you need to change this, or where is this, and what do you mean by that? Can you prove this? So there's a lot of things and a lot of back and forth that goes on, but it's the final piece that really is overlaying the launch. So once the accreditation process is done and they give us the green light, guess what? We can start to send things to you and get you guys put into here and start using it. A few other things on our end that we're finishing up are some cosmetics. There's some cosmetic things that we had to tweak and change, that we decided as a company and a system that we wanted to function a little bit differently to make your lives easier. One of them is capture pages. Last time we had a system, there was a slew of different capture pages. Well, through our experience, we wanted to do something different. Again, another thing that's never been done, and allow you to send your traffic direct to offer. You're still going to be able to capture a lead, but in a different way. So think of it like this. Instead of sending traffic to a capture page, say you have 1,000 clicks, okay? You've got 1,000 clicks going to a capture page. Say it converts at 30%. That means 300 people then go on to see your Tripwire offer. Well, that's 300 out of 1,000. What about the other 700, okay? Well, we wanted to allow you to send all your direct traffic. It's done in CPA networks. It's done in a lot of different type of offers. So therefore, 100% of your traffic will see the offer, and it'll also request an opt-in there rather than a separate capture page. Now, for those of you that want to build lists, great. You can have your own capture pages, but it's not going to be a scenario where somebody new comes in and they have to decide through a 10 or sift and sort through 10 different capture pages to choose from. We wanted to do something really unique to make sure that you get buyers. Our whole goal here is to get buyers, not leads, but buyers. So we had to make some cosmetic changes. They're super easy. It was done in like a day. Some other cosmetic changes I'll actually show you when I go through here. Just interface changes and how the process of someone going through the Tripwire to the core offer and the upsell and eventually to Empower Network, how that looks and functions. We fixed up a little bit. And other than that, guys, little things like the support channel, I guess I can show you. That's the best way. But all in all, everything is great. Everything, we're super pleased. Empower loves what they're seeing. I can't tell you how excited I am for you guys to get this, because it's all coming together. When I can see what our designers and programmers actually made that have come from my brain and my partner's brains, it's really gratifying, and it's going to be even more gratifying when you guys start to use it. But as I said it before, I will not release a system that is incomplete, that does not function how it should function. It does nobody any good. So those of you that are impatient, and I've been reading the Facebook pages, there's plenty of other systems out there that don't work that you can have right now, right today. So, but if you want something that is unique, that is different, that can make you money, that can really put you in a position to succeed and give you that advantage, then it's worth waiting, right? Believe me, I want to go on vacation just like all of the rest of you. So, but I'm here committed to doing this. There was another change that came across the desk yesterday. It's part of the sign-up process, and I can explain that to you a little bit by showing this. So we had to switch around a couple videos and edit them per some of Empower's changes, but it's all good. It's not a big deal. Because of some of these changes, I've decided to stay back and not go to Charlotte because I have to refilm a couple videos and sections. There's some things that I need to keep a close eye on to be able to launch this thing. It's basically the integration from the designers to the programmers and such. So it makes really, as much as I want to see you all, as much as I want to be there and mingle, I know I would get asked a million times, where's iPas? Why isn't it here? And I should be working on it. I should be here getting it done to make sure it can get done as quickly as possible. So we've told our designers and programmers, granted that Empower approves us here soon, here within, early July. So I don't know the date. I'd love for July 7th, the Monday after the holiday, to go live. That's what I'm shooting for, but I can't guarantee that, guys. You know that. Every time I say it's going to be a week, it's 2. Every time I say it's 2, it's going to be 3. But we are closer than we ever have been. The system is done. The processes are pretty much there. Everything looks beautiful. And now we're just tightening up a few little things here and there while we're waiting for Empower anyway. So everything's all good, guys. We're right there. When we turn this baby on, you guys are going to be in for one hell of a treat. So with that, let me just jump on the computer. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tour you through it a little bit. And then as soon as we get the green light, I'll let you know. And you guys will be off to the races. So with that, let's just jump on the computer and let me give you a quick tour. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through a quick tour. Let me show you what we got and how this is kind of going to work. It's going to be very brief, but I want you guys to see it firsthand. So the first thing is your Tripwires. Those are what you promote. It's the $7 offers that really get your buyers to take an action to become a buyer. First of all, your prospects will see an offer for $7. It's a great offer. They spend $7 and you're gaining a lead at the same time. As I had mentioned a second ago, is we took away the use or necessity for you to have a capture page. Now you can all use those, but what we're doing here is for them to continue to get started, they must put in their email first. It's a multi-step process. So someone's going to watch this video and say, yes, I want to get started now, and they're more likely to put in correct information rather than have an opt-in page, because people know if they put fake information there, they can still continue on. And we've seen about 30% of people put in bad information. So if you're sending 1,000 clicks and 30% conversions and another 30% is fake information, you're really hurting yourself. So can you still use them? Of course, but we integrated it into the actual offer itself. So somebody will go to your Tripwire page. Just so you know, we have several, I think 5 or 6 Tripwires designed. Some of them are of me, some of them are of other people and their stories and their angle, but all serve the same purpose, and that is to get buyers. That is what iPas is all about. So it sets it different. Okay, so what will happen is your prospect will come here, they'll put in their email address, and then it'll pop down something that looks just like this, which is a multi-step checkout process. So they create their account, put in their billing information, and then they complete their order. Once they do that, then they go to a 3-step process, which is the next video is what they purchased for $7. I don't have that up here, but it's just the same page. Looks very similar, but there's a timeline at the top, and that's what they bought for $7. So it's usually about a 30 to 40 minute presentation that gives great value and which sells. The whole purpose of that is it sells the iPas system for $47, okay? That video just trains them on the formula. It trains them on why they need a done-for-you solution. It's a very, very good presentation. Again, there's several of those as well, depending on whose original Tripwire sales video it came off of. And then from there, right after that, it'll go to step 2, which is the upsell for the 6-figure shortcuts. It's another video that I did that says, wait, I'm going to help you do everything easier, faster, and for free. And again, that's $97, which will put that money in your pocket, or 70% of it. And then from there, it goes to the welcome screen that gets them into the formula. So again, let me just reiterate, it's $7 to $47, get the system. Once they do that, it's upsell, let me help you do something easier. And then from there, they can go ahead and log into their actual iPas system, which is going to look like this. So they'll go ahead and log in, and this is what they see. This is the first thing that they're going to see. It's a 5-step process, actually 6, including the introduction. So one thing that is not current here is this is one of our demo accounts. It's already activated, so they won't see any of these other buttons up here. None of this will be active. All they'll see is this little formula, and if they bought the 6-figure shortcuts, they'll see that up here. Other than that, they won't see anything but these steps, which they must complete in order to get through the process. Why do we do that? Is we require them to go through the education to know why they need Empower Network now, why they need a profit maximizer. So the first thing is they'll go ahead and watch the first iPas video, which is the introduction. And it's just a great way to introduce the process. Okay, and then obviously the first thing we tell them to do is fill out their game plan. So they'll click here, they'll fill out their game plan, which goes to the coaches. So the coaches have some really good information about them. And then what they can do is at any point of time, they can actually chat with their coach, which down here, if you look, there's a little, it says 0 downline, it'll actually say coach, but they can click on this just like Facebook, and there'll be a little chat box if their coach is online. So they can actually chat with their coach. They can schedule an appointment, so they go ahead and click here and they can see when their coach is available. It'll show up green, they can put in all this information, and it schedules an appointment with them. They can also click here to meet their coach, and that will allow them to learn a little bit about their coach. Each coach will have a little bio video and a little paragraph about themselves, their contact information, etc., and that will pop up as well. And this is where their picture of the coach will be. Okay, so they'll go ahead, this is the first step, they'll check this box, they'll hit next, and that'll bring them to the success formula video, the next step. So this is the internet success formula. This video teaches them on the iPas formula. Again, the same thing. The page looks identical other than the video and some of the information on the right-hand side. At any point in time, they can chat with their coach in the lower right, just like Facebook, or their coach can initiate a chat with them. So if their coach sees that they're on step 2 and that they're active, meaning they're online, they can go ahead and say, hello, how are you? Does this make sense? Let's schedule a meeting. Go ahead and hit schedule appointment. They click that and they can schedule with their coach. Okay, so they finish that. They have to check this box to click next. Then it brings them to the vehicle and engine. This is where we introduce Empower Network. This is where we introduce why iPas was built and how it all functions. So they go through this, they check this off, they go to next. Each step of the way, they're learning more and more of how this system really functions and why it's going to work for them. Now, number 3 is where we talk about products and money. This is where we talk about the Empower Network products, the packages a little bit, and the compensation of Empower Network. So how can you walk away from this business in 6 months to a year using the compensation that Empower provides? Very powerful videos, extremely well done, I think, and I think people will see the power in that. But in this step, one thing that we are changing, one adjustment that we had to do based on Empower Network's packages, the silver, gold, and black, and because of the discounting that's going to be happening for all of your prospects and customers, they're actually going to be signing up for the affiliate account for Empower Network in step 3. This was something that came across the desk yesterday, and so we're just making that adjustment. Usually that happens in step 5. It looks just like this. I can show you. So it says, it'd be very similar to this. Get your Empower Network affiliate fee. They'll click this button, and then that's where they'll go ahead and do that. But in step 3, we're going to have that done. So in the 3rd, they learn about Empower, the products, the compensation. All right, the thing you need to do now is pay $19.95 to become an affiliate to continue on. So there'll be buttons and such here. From there, the next step is let's talk about your products. It's time to learn about your profit maximizers. So that's what this whole section is all about. They'll watch the video, they'll go through us explaining, both Mark and I, about what is silver, what is gold, and what is black, and why they need to make a choice.
Hey everyone, Chris Jones and the Mark Dale.
And so really the whole purpose here is to get their profit maximizer, silver, gold, or black. They'll click here and that will link them to a direct checkout page for each package, and that's what Empower is working on as we speak. They'll go ahead and finish that. It says I finished watching the video. They'll click next, and then that'll be the activation page, whereas they won't actually be signing up for an affiliate because they should have done that in step 3, but all they're going to do is going to be a tutorial of how to find their API key, how to connect it, and by doing this, And by hitting activate, that's what turns on the rest of the system. So the rest of these icons will then go live when they actually activate. I also cover some mindset, and I also do a further recap of the system, and I do actually sell one more time to make sure they get their profit maximizers. So I show some math, and I show some other features of the iPas system. So if they haven't bought at this point in time, they need to go back and do that. Okay, so it's kind of the last shot. So they go through this, silver, gold, or black. They expect it. There's no surprises. They know they have to get their profit maximizers for the system to work. There's no unexpected, oh, by the way, you have to buy products. Oh, no, that doesn't exist anymore. So they go ahead and activate it, and that will send them to an orientation video to get them set up, okay? So when they log in for the first time, usually what they're going to see, and you will all see your dashboard. So you can see here, this is kind of what the dashboard will look like. Calendars, updates, iPas Black Card, etc. Their stats section. In fact, let me show you a live stats page. So this is one that has some data in it. Obviously, you'll see graphs and things pop up as you start marketing and such. You can choose today, yesterday, this week, this month, so you can see things real time. They can see the calculator under the dashboard. Again, they can choose basic calculator, what package that they're under, put in the values that your system is converting at, and voila, it gives you your GPS of where you're headed and how to get there. Okay, really awesome stuff. At any point, they can also upgrade here. The reason we did that is because if you show your plan at silver, the numbers are going to be significantly different, especially when you start putting in what the average dollar amount is for each package. So that's a great place to be upsold. Leaderboard is right under the dashboard as well. We have several leaderboards. This took a long time to do. We have overall leaderboard, Tripwire leaderboard, core offer, silver, gold, and black, and then our contest leaderboard. Okay, so this is all real time. It's updated on the hour every day. Our setup wizard, this is being finished. There's some cosmetic things here, videos have yet to be uploaded, but this is where you set up your account profile. We have a setup service as well. Your autoresponders are in here. Get response, Aweber such. Your email lists where you load them in. It's very simple, very easy. Your coaching, this is where if you want to do your own coaching, you'll put in your own information, which will show up underneath the videos as you saw in the formula. Or if you want to use our coaches, you can. Now obviously you have to be a black member, so you would have to upgrade if you're not to be able to turn on use our coaches. If you're a black member, you can do custom branding. Here you see a little hover. If you're not a black, it'll tell you to upgrade, and then you can load in your team lists as well, which you have to be a black member to do. Our training center is where all the training is going to be, depending on which level. If you're doing your own coaching, we actually coach you on how to coach. Anthony and the team have created tutorials and things of how to do your own coaching, or if you want to hire someone else. Our marketing center is where you'll actually hear about you'll get your links, so you'll choose whatever funnel that you want. You'll get your capture page link. Obviously, this is going to change now with the new edition. We won't actually have capture pages, which is great. We'll have a member feed, your commissions. It'll show you real time what your commissions are, your downline, your campaign stats. So wherever you're marketing, it'll tell you where everything is coming from. And then we'll have a community. The community is where our hangouts will be. Mark and I have a show that we're doing each week. We have it's called Sidebar with Mark and Chris. Anthony's got Coaching Corner once a week. Karen's going to be doing an orientation hangout once a week. So that's where that'll be. Your products, this is where you'll go ahead and find your products. You can see all the different information here. You can actually view the training or activate them if you don't have them. Here it'll show you what your active level is at. If you're not active, it'll let you know. You can go ahead and click here and allow you to activate. Your notification center, if you want to see new notifications, you always see updates throughout here, and then by clicking on see all, it brings you to a blog, which I'll be posting updates, and other members, even if you're a leader, you can post your updates here to your team. You can edit your profile here. Put in your Gravatar, information about you, system information, sponsor info, all that kind of good stuff. Support is linked right here, and then your e-wallet, how you get paid on the Tripwires, the core offer, and the upsells, all in here in one spot. So this in a nutshell is the system. It's very simple, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick brief tour. Again, there's a bunch of little cosmetic things that are just being finished up this week while Empower is going through the final accreditation. But the biggest thing is what makes this so powerful is we get buyers. Once we get the buyer, they get the system, and then they have to go through the series of steps to activate it. And one of those steps is to become an affiliate. The next step is to choose a package and then connect the system together by using the API. You all will have to go through this when you get the system, regardless if you're already a member or not. We want you all to experience it in its entirety so you know what your customers see. So nobody has ever done a business model like this because it is very unique. We've used a lot of data and testing in the past to be able to create this. A lot of great things from other industry leaders that we've pulled from, such as the multi-step checkout process and so forth. So we kept the videos very to a minimum. I didn't want to have 12, 20 videos that someone had to go through. Simple 5 or 6 videos. Each one serves a purpose. And guys, I'm going to tell you, people will know why they need to go black. When you have that discount timer at the top of the page, it'll be on this page. It'll say countdown 72 hours from right now, in which they have the opportunity to become a black member for a $2,000 discount. That is going to get a huge amount of commitments. Silver being only $125, gold being, having that middle ground package will be very popular as well. But your coaches are really going to be able to drive home the value by explaining and helping them make a decision. So everything is very simple. You notice there's no scrolling. You don't have to scroll. It's all very simple and very easy to follow. So they become a member and they know what they have to do right away. So that is a quick brief overview. You guys, we're really close. Again, things are going to look a little bit different when we actually go live because there's some cosmetic changes on a different server right now, and so that will be done here shortly. And I can't wait for you all to get your hands on this thing. So I hope that helps. Hope that gives you a little bit of excitement and comfort because we're ready to bring this thing live and take it home. So with that, this is Chris.